450 migrant girls were housed at that facility on Air Center in Rankin. Tonight, they're all on their way to a new home. KPRC 2's Bill Barajas live at that site with new details about their transfer. So, Bill, where are those children headed now?
Well, the last bus carrying those young girls left at about 7 o'clock tonight. Things have been quiet here. But as that last bus left to take those young girls to different facilities, the pastor here at the facility made some strong allegations against the government agencies in charge and the way they handled this entire process. The girls ages 13 through 17 could be seen boarding buses. Their new destination, according to the U.S. Department of Health and Human Services, is other state licensed centers or emergency intake sites where beds have become available.
The good news is that they are now beginning to reunite the children. 130 of these children have already been reunited. And so the rest of the children were going to go to permanent beds because they were going to take a little bit longer to find their family members.
The 450 girls housed here crossed into the U.S. alone and have been at this emergency intake center since April 2nd. The facility being run by the National Association of Christian Churches, who shared these letters from the girls to the volunteers who watched over them. This one saying, "Thank you for caring for us." The pastor, Jose Ortega, telling us he didn't even know the young migrant girls were being moved.
We actually found out when we started seeing the buses arrive this morning.
Ortega claims the girls were upset about the move and says they were rushed out.
The girls don't need to be put through this. These girls have been through enough. I mean, you should have seen them crying.
Fiel, an immigrant-led civil rights organization, is calling for transparency from the federal government, despite claims that this was just a temporary shelter and never intended to be long-term.
What was the ultimate concern that prompted them to shut this center down, and what is going to happen now in terms of where these girls are going?
And after the pastor's claims, we reached out to HSS, Congresswoman Sheila Jackson Lee, and other officials on both sides of the aisle. None of them got back to us as of news time tonight. Live in North Houston, Bill Barajas, KPRC 2 News.
Thank you, sir, for that update. Breaking